Good afternoon, YouTube. Fat Cat Collections back at you with another Invicta watch review. And today I'm pretty excited to finally do this review. I've been wanting to do this review for quite some time. And on this particular model, I'll just give you a little sneak peek right there. Some of you who follow Invicta know what this one is. I've been wanting to do this review for quite some time, and I already reviewed one of these watches in the stainless steel band with same face, but with the yellow tone bezel. And lately, I've just been on and I'm always on the Invicta kick, but lately I've just been really on an all gold kick, whether it be rose tone or a yellow tone combination. But I just really love yellow gold lately, and I'm not sure what it is. I mean, I guess I've always loved gold, but what I did is I ended up getting rid of my Venom 2 and one of my regular Venom watches that was done in rose tone and black, which, I mean, beautiful watches. I kind of had reservations about even getting rid of them, but the time was right to get my money back out of them. They sat in my safe most of the time. I didn't really even wear them just because I tend to gravitate more towards my gold watches. And now I have a lot of stainless steel silver colored watches, and I like those too, and I have the combination of colors as well. But I just lately wanted to pick up some more gold watches. And so right now is a fantastic time to pull the trigger on some of these Invictas because they're having deals on certain models that I've never seen before. And without further ado, what I'd like to show you today is the Invicta Venom Hybrid watch. Now, I also was going to re-review the watch my coworker bought that he let me review a couple months ago, but now that I have my own, I'm going to put together my Invicta Hybrid compilation video. And what I'm going to show you is that each one of this watch is comprised of 3 different watches combined into one, hence the name Hybrid. And this one here combines an Invicta Venom watch, or I'm sorry, your Venom 2 watch, your Venom watch, and so really it's 4 watches, excuse me. So you have your Venom, your Hybrid. Although I'm going to strike back again on that, there's not a lot of the original Venom watch in this watch, except for really the size of the watch, okay? So, alright, so moving forward, okay? So, this particular watch is going to combine 4 or 5 different watches, combined to what they call the Hybrid, and what you get is this badass watch. Now, I'm going to show you the first watch, okay? And I happen to have all these watches in gold and some combinations. This one here is your Invicta Venom watch. This is your standard Venom watch. It's the original design of the Venom watch. Some have different faces and colors and different movements, but this is what your standard Venom watch looks like, okay? This one here is done in a full polish, yellow tone with a rose tone bezel, and a gold face with some rose tone accents on the face. I just picked this one up as well. I didn't have a gold one in my collection. I had to have a gold Venom watch. Everybody needs a gold Venom watch in their collection if you like gold at all. So you can see, I'm just going to give a side-by-side real quick here, and I'll touch back on this a little more. The watch size itself is exactly the same. So what's different is the case, okay? So if you ever see this watch, you can check out my other video, the Invicta Venom Watch 2. That one shares the bezel, okay, on this Hybrid watch. And you can see the difference in the bezel. And I wish I had the other watch to show you, but the Venom 2 watch basically has the exact same watch as this. The only difference is the bezel. And this is your Venom 2 bezel. It's the same size, it's just more carved out, okay? And I'll show you more close-ups on this as well. Here's the original one. But you can see the case design is exactly the same with the exception of being a case and cradle design. Same size. So now moving forward, okay, what I want to show you is the other part of this watch that is part of the Hybrid design is your Sub-Aqua Specialty watch. And this is a Sub-Aqua Specialty right here. And as you can see, it has the case and cradle design. And I'm pretty sure that this might actually be the exact same case. I'm not really sure exactly on the size. I haven't really put it on a real, accurate gauge to really measure it. But as far as my eyeball is concerned, I believe the Sub-Aqua Specialty and the Venom watch share the same case with the exception of the Sub-Aqua Specialty being a case and cradle. You can also see that the Venom Hybrid watch, shares the exact same band from the Sub-Aqua Specialty. So what you're getting, in essence, is a case and cradle design of your original Venom watch, okay, with, again, your Venom 2 bezel, and again, the case and cradle design from the Sub-Aqua Specialty. I'm going to take this off for a second so I can show you these a little bit better close up, because it's kind of hard to twist my wrist around like that. So, they're both 52mm watches. As you can see, I'll show you the sides without the crown and pushers. You have the exact same case design, with the exception of that bezel. And of course, if you turn it over this side, you can see you have a totally different pusher and lug system on that, or crown system. But that's pretty much the same case. Now, and then you have the exact same band. So that's why I think that's why they made it the Venom, they call it the Venom Hybrid, because technically you don't really have the case from the Venom. You don't really have anything on this that is a Venom, but I believe that the Venom watch, the similarities between the Venom watch and Venom 2 watch and your Subaqua Specialty is that your Subaqua Specialty is the Venom watch with a case and cradle case design in a totally different band, okay? So moving forward on to the next part of this watch, now you go into the Subaqua Noma 5 pusher and crown system, and that's what this watch shares with the Subaqua Noma 5. You can see they have the butterfly design and the retracting and extracting pushers on this particular model, which is what Invicta won a couple of awards for with that design. And I'll just go ahead and show you what that looks like on your original Subaqua Noma. They flip out, and you unscrew your crown. They flip back down, and these actually expand, or extend, I should say, as you can see right there. And then as you turn them, the pushers actually retract. All right. Then, of course, with your Venom Hybrid, this particular one is powered by a 5040 Ronda Swiss-made chronograph movement, which is your master calendar. And so you can see, I know the resolution is not great on the close-up, but you can see your second hand turning in a wheel. There's no hands on that. And then, of course, you have your other hand, which is part of your chronograph, or your other wheel, I should say. Your two, the day of the week and your month wheels right over here. And, of course, your standard chronograph in addition to that. Trying to see a little better. An absolutely beautiful execution. I mean, wonderful. And like I said, I had to get it in all gold. Now, moving forward in this, the dimensions of it, okay, are you have 52mm case diameter, okay? And I would say that compared to your Subaqua Specialty, even though they're both 52, it just kind of seems like the Venom watch or the Hybrid watch is actually a little bit bigger because you have such a chunky, massive, massive bezel on this thing. And it really makes the watch having that bezel. It's an absolutely stunning design, okay? In addition to that, I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about the, naturally it's a Swiss-made chronograph movement, Swiss-made watch. You have 20mm in case thickness, although I have to say that I'm not really sure if that figure is correct because your standard Venom watch has your 22. And I think what they've done, to me it looks bigger than 20 because your standard Venom watch right here is a 22. Now it depends on where they're, there we go, where they're measuring it from. But you can see from this angle, if you look at just case, we're not including case back, because on the standard Venom watch, it actually hangs down a little bit, as you can see, whereas the Subaqua, or your Subaqua Specialty case or Venom Hybrid watch, actually it's all case all the way down. The back is flush on this. So to me, I think that's more or less like a 23mm case diameter, or case thickness, I should say. Let me go ahead and, I'm going to put a measure on it right now, just see exactly what it is. So you were looking at, now that's actually, well, about 21mm in case thickness. I'm not sure why they refer to your Venom watch as a 22, but yeah, you know what, they're including the back on the watch, which does hang down just a little bit, but when you actually look at the watch in person, it does look thicker and chunkier than your standard Venom watch. What I'll say about it, this particular execution is done in all gold naturally. The face is a combination of like a navy blue and some gold accents around there. You have a little bit of polishing, not much. Most of this watch is a matte finish or a brush finish on the band. You have the matte finish down the center, and then you have the brush finish down the sides, and brush finish on the sides of the watch, and then on the inside of the case, inside the cradle, that's actually a matte finish. Okay, so you have a lot of contrast with this watch, even though it's only really one color. Okay, with the exception of the face. What else about 31mm in band width, 9 inches in band length, 1,650 feet of water resistance. Now remember, your standard Venom watch has over 3,000 feet of water resistance, but let's face it, who the hell needs that? And they say this weighs 17 ounces. I have not weighed it unsized, but I have to say that on my wrist, it doesn't feel as heavy as your standard Venom watch because you have so much of that case carved out. So give or take, you know, I haven't measured or weighed that. It's really not important. All these watches are really, really heavy, and they all feel substantial on your wrist. So again, without further ado, let's go ahead and throw that on the wrist here. Again, I have a 7-inch wrist, about 170 pounds, and about 5 foot 8 inches tall. You can see the watch looks really large on me. It has a nice side view with that nice thick case. That it's got the heft that I mean, that we've come to love from Invicta watches. Just a wonderful, wonderful design. This particular model is made in a Jason Taylor black and yellow, I believe. You have your stainless steel model, which I've already reviewed. You can check that one out. Stainless steel with your yellow tone case, same exact watch. The only difference is the case in band or stainless steel in silver color. Then you have that same execution with the rose tone bezel, and the face in that one's really nice because you have a lot of rose tone on the face. And then of course you have this one here in all gold, and then all stainless. This model is available. Now folks, the bread and butter right now. This watch right now, the cheapest I've ever seen it, is where I picked it up from on eBay. And I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description. Guys, I picked this up for $300 shipped. That's unheard of. I mean, I know a guy, one of my buddies, that I met through this whole watch game, who he's a watch collector himself, and he paid $1,000 for the full silver one. Now again, remember, Invicta watches, when you want them, you have to get them, you're going to pay more for them if they're not available. Like the deal that I sold the guy the other day on my Venom 2, some people were laughing at me on. I put it on a couple Invicta postings. That's the last time I do that. I ended up selling on eBay. I love eBay for that kind of stuff. And he ended up paying $350 for it. I was asking $6. I went down to about $450. People were still telling me I'm out of my mind. I still got $350. I paid $350 for it. And some knuckleheads on some of those stupid postings were saying that, oh man, that's a $200 watch. You'll never get an Invicta Venom 2 with full bracelet for $200. Just like you'll never get this $200 unless you're lucky enough to win a bid, which you ultimately rip somebody off on there who the watch maybe just doesn't sell for what he was hoping for. But just keep in mind that again, Invicta pricing, you have to kind of strike when the iron's hot, and right now the iron is hot on this. So if you ever want to pick up an Invicta hybrid and you're thinking about gold, the gold one is cheaper than any other color right now, and you would think it would be the opposite, but I think just because it's just, when they're not selling in a certain color for whatever reason, that price drops where it becomes competitive. And I got it for $2.99. I believe the seller still has them. Again, I'll put a link in the card section in the upper right hand corner and the description. But if not, I've still seen it for $3.19 and $3.50, and that's a fantastic deal for this particular watch. It is an unbelievable watch. I urge you to get it before they're sold out. And then once they're sold out, that price is going to skyrocket. Again, my Venom 2, if you look on eBay, nobody's got those anywhere. Cheapest one I've seen is $450. Although I let mine go for $350, the guy was happy, I was happy. It had a very small mark on the side. Could easily be buffed out. I just didn't bother to do it. Everybody's happy on that. But just to let you know, now is the time. Again, if I didn't make it more clear, strike while the iron's hot on this bad boy. So enough of me talking. I'm going to get back a little bit. And also, look out for my other video that I do on this watch that I'm going to do downstairs in my house with some really good lighting where you can really see some different close-ups here that you'll be able to really see the watch a little bit better. And these watches, once summertime hits, I'm going to be doing the reviews again outside of my backyard where you can really see them under natural daylight. My office has a little bit of a funny color here. It always seems to have kind of a bluish tint. You have a lot of natural overcast light coming in. So it just never looks really, everything looks kind of washed out in here. You see that little pusher system on the side? I mean, just a great wrist presence there. That side view is just exceptional on this particular watch. I wore this today. I got 7 compliments on it. Alright, YouTube. Well, thank you so much for watching my channel. That, again, was my review on the Invicta Venom Hybrid Watch. Oh, model number. Let me go ahead and hit you with that before I forget. This is 16805. And again, you have several different executions and colors of this particular watch, but this one here is the 16805. If you want to go ahead and pick this bad boy up, once again, I urge you to do so. Click the link in the description. Check out PHATKATWatches.com for more information on Invicta watches and great deals. And remember, guys, subscribe to the channel. All right, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.